What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben. This is my wife Jenna, and we are 3T's Mobile Automotive Repair. Today, you're going to come and hang out with us on a ride along and see what kind of jobs we're getting up to this week, just after Thanksgiving. So I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving, but let's dive right in. We got this 2019 Dodge Caravan. It's got a check engine light on. Let's see what we got going on. All right, well, nothing crazy. It's just a P0128. Let's go check our coolant levels and let's check some data. Make sure that coolant temp and everything's doing what it should. Coolant temp sensor, I mean, because we know P0128 is controlled by the coolant temp sensor, so we just need to make sure that that is okay. And if it is, we'll get them set up for a thermostat replacement because it's a Grand Caravan. It's probably not going to be anything besides that. All right, coolant temp 141.8. Let's go check our coolant level. Pop the hood and find out what's going on. Oy. Reservoir bottle is full. We've got pressure in the system already. Yep, system's full. Dirty. We're gonna let it run. Make sure that that coolant temp sensor and everything works good. We've got loose battery cables though. Pretty damn common on a Chrysler. But as we all know, these crappy V6s suck with these thermostats. They're constantly being replaced. So I don't suspect we're going to have a problem with this. I'll probably just see you on the next job, but I'm going to let it run for a little while, make sure that that coolant temp sensor doesn't do anything wonky, because again, P0128 is determined by the coolant temp sensor, so we just got to make sure it's working. If it is, we'll sell them a thermostat. We'll move on from this job. Okay, just to give you a heads up, it's been about 15-20 minutes. The coolant temp sensor, everything's working fine. We're sitting, where did it go? 186.8 right now. Coolant temp sensor's working good. The heat works. We're going to get her sold up on a thermostat here, and we'll hopefully come back in about a day or two to get that done, because I think I have some time on Wednesday where I can fit her back in the schedule. So we're going to head on over to our next job, and we'll see you guys over there. And it's just an oil change, but checking on my lights, and I got a fog light out. I've already checked all my other lights. I've done multiple oil changes on this car over the past years. So we're not even going to be doing a full out crazy inspection on it because we just did one. She's been driving a lot lately, so she's been getting her oil changes around the 2-month mark because she's been traveling out of state, and tomorrow she's going to Texas. So we know the car doesn't need much. We will do some visuals just to be sure there's no safety things that happened since last time we were here, but you're not going to see a full out inspection this time. Whoops. Made a little mess there. All right, so might as well just get up to do this part. So we just have a copper, I think it's a crush seal. Yeah, it's a crush one. I should remember for how many times I've done a freaking oil change on this car. Yeah, crush seal. And this is why you replace the crush seals, because this is only one time. It's already broke. It's the whole point of them. So here's a new crush. Beep. That's it. Ugh. Okay. Have y'all ever seen Grandma's Boy? It's a great movie. How about Stripes with old was that Bill Murray and John Candy and them? I don't know why I just thought of that. Sometimes when I work alone, my brain thinks of the most odd things. Like when I went down there to do the oil, drain the oil, I thought about those movies for some stupid reason. I recently watched Grandma's Boy again. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It is great. It's one of those Adam Sandler style movies. It's freaking awesome. Oh, let's check out this light. Yeah, that's blown. It's a H11. Let's see if I got one. All right. Oh, let me get it started real quick. Okay. Good fog light. These Subarus, man. I don't know why, but they always rev so high when you first start them. Like, I mean, I get a cold start, but Jesus, that's like an excessive cold start. This should hold right at 5 quarts. There's my lines right there. Bro. Yep, and we are golden. Anyway, we gotta reset our oil life on it real quick, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here and head on to our next job. But let's go do the oil life. I gotta try to remember how to do it. I think it's in the radio. Do that. Okay, let's see. Holy macaroni, why is that fan on so high? Maintenance. Engine oil. Reset. Yes. So, June 5th, 2026. Well, that's a little far, huh? What are we in? November, December, January, February, March, April, May? We'll cut that back by, oh shit. So we got to do 05, 01, 20, 26. Okay. Go back. We'll do oil filter. We're going to reset this. You can see it said, see, we're going to move this to the first just because I moved the other one to the first. 05, 01, 26. You can see earlier that said March. That was when she was really due for her oil change. We'll do the tire rotation. Oh, she doesn't even have that set up, so whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's it. Oil change reminders are reset on that. And yeah, she's got 185,000 on it. That's all. She'll be fine. The car's in great shape. She takes care of it, but she travels a lot, as you can tell from that. She goes out of town quite frequently. So anyway, I'm going to get cleaned up here, and I'm going to head on to my next job. I'll see you guys there. We've got a 2019 Hyundai Elantra here. Our customer's complaint is a hard start and check engine light is on. Now, he also said it's been starting up perfect for the past few days, but that could just be temperature-wise outside. Who knows? I do know that he had somebody else out, and they thought that it was a VVT solenoid. They put in a VVT solenoid. It didn't fix the problem, so he put the old part back in. Kudos to him on that. But then he told the guy that he needs timing chains. Not really sure why we went that route, but that's what he said. So they had called us asking if we would give them an estimate for, excuse me, timing chains. And we said, no, we need to come and diagnose the car. So that's what we're here to do today. We're here to diagnose this and make sure this thing needs timing chains. I don't really think it does, but that's just going based on starting it and moving it to where I have it here by my trailer. The car starts and runs fine. There's no issues whatsoever, but I am going in right now to check some codes. So let's see what we got and find out what the heck our direction is that we got to go on this thing. It might need timing chains. Crankshaft position, correlation, bank 1, sensor B, and a exhaust cam position timing over advanced or system performance. There we go, hard start. It's just cranking right now. If I open the throttle a little, it'll start. Okay, let's go look at some data. Wonder if this thing has got lack of oil changes, because this just started out of nowhere as it got a little bit warmer enough from when he pulled it out. I had a conversation with him. It was running a little bit. I'm just looking for some cam data here, timing data, and it's okay. Current position of exhaust, bank 1, option crank, minus 90, 80, 90. Control camshaft position, set point, exhaust option, negative 19, 114. So these are definitely off right here, because this, I would assume this is where it wants it to be, and this is where it's actually at. So that would correlate with our code that we have. But again, this is based off of a position sensor, so we need to make sure that that's okay. All right, let's get under the hood, and we're going to take a little poke around and see if we see anything obvious as far as heavy engine sludge buildup. And then if need be, we're going to go ahead and get the scope on it and check our cam crank correlation so we can actually see it and understand where everything really is. So give me a few minutes to do all that. It looks pretty clean in there. All right, well, we're back up and running. I got my scope hooked up. So we're using the Altel here. I've got both cams hooked up and the crank right down here hooked up. And actually, I need to swap this over real quick into here. Yeah, battery's low, I know. On what? Oh, my box. So we're just taking a sample. We're gonna let it go a couple times and then stop. Let's go in the trailer. So here's a known good signal that I pulled up. This is what we should look like. So red is our exhaust, blue is our intake. I'm not going to count these lines for you. If you want to stop it and count it, you can. But we don't have this signal because I've already checked it out and I just wanted to show it to you guys. So if we do this, we can definitely see right here. So yellow for me is exhaust and blue is intake. So that one's just using red. I swapped my red. My red's on my crank. But we can see here that they're nearly lined up, and they shouldn't be. We should have some more overlap on what this is right here. I don't know the counts. Like I said, I didn't count it all. Dang it, I didn't mean to open that up. Before the exhaust comes down. So it still doesn't tell us if the timing chain jumped or not. The whole purpose today was to confirm that that needs a teardown. So we're going to get this probably sent over to my house for a teardown so we can see. It may not need chains. It probably just needs cam gears or something of that nature. So we got to tear it down and see what's going on. And assuming that this that I'm looking up is correct. Mine's a 2018. This is a 2019. I believe they're the same 2-liter non-turbo engine. I'll try to confirm that a little bit more before I move forward, but I'm pretty confident on where we stand on that scope signal. So we're done at this moment. I'll bring you back when we get this thing torn apart. Why? Why do we have to drive through the fucking parking lot like that? I could have gotten run over because you want to act like a dumbass. Anyway, we're at the next one here. We are at Publix. We got to do an oil change. This is actually one you guys have seen me do before in the past. If you've watched my videos for a while, this one here is a diesel oil change on this big Ford truck. And it's a pain in the ass. It's not really. It's really simple, but I hate doing it more than most things. So anyway, let me get situated here because I don't remember what size I need for the drain plug. Why wouldn't the phone not make more noise when I'm trying to do stuff? Like, I drove all the way here. The phone didn't freaking make a single bit of noise. And now that I'm under the freaking car, it wants to go off like it's never freaking gone off before. I swear to God, if I have to get back out, okay, cool. Oh, I love Fords and their drain plugs. They make me so happy. Said nobody ever in a million years. I don't even know what y'all are looking at. I hope you're seeing something. If not, I'm changing oil. It's no different than anything else. I'm gonna make a mess. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I don't even know why I decided to do this. I don't mean this oil change. I just mean be a mechanic in general. Like, why? 20 years in. Should probably do something else. Nope, I don't know anything else. Okay, moment of truth. Oh yeah, baby. We're golden. Okay. All right, this one, I don't know if I could change the O-ring on this drain plug. Meaning, I don't know if I have one. Not that I can't change it. Last time I did this, I had ran out of these O-rings, I think. Yeah, I got one. I'm pretty sure. I don't, like I said, I don't know if you can see me. If you can't, you just listen to me blabble for a minute. I'm trying to put a drain plug O-ring on, or get it off so I can put a new one on. Okay, I did it. I got it. Ugh. Here's my, oh, son of a monkey's uncle. Freaking shit. Here's the old one. There's a new one on there. I succeeded in life. I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. Ow, son of a bitch, that hurt. You'd think, because it's such a big truck that, like, I got plenty of room. Nope, I sure don't. I don't have any room here to do anything. The wind. Do we have to be so close to me? Freaking people. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Get loose. Better not drop that oil filter into that oil drum. I will be so pissed. Okay, time to wait. Time to wait until it's done draining. I always wonder what you guys say or think or feel when you're watching me do stupid stuff and when I work. Some of you leave comments, most of you don't. That's okay, but I'm always curious what you guys are up to when you're sitting at home, relaxing. And I'm out here doing this shit. I need my other arm. Golly. It's like I've never, come on. I've never done the oil change on this vehicle before. Like, I can't stop screwing shit up. I'm not screwing anything up. I'm bitching up a storm. All right, now it's just a waiting game until it's done draining, and then I'll bring you back when I'm filling it up. Hopefully you can hear me. The microphone's in my neck. You want me to pose with it too?
Well, it's good to have the right phone numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun stuff. Such a diesel, such a dirty job.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say, the one thing about doing stuff in a very busy parking lot like this is the amount of people that take pictures of your trailer or your setup, whatever you're using. For me, it's a trailer, obviously, but the amount of people that take pictures of my trailer when I'm here just doing a simple oil change on a diesel truck. This is horse country out here. There's retirement neighborhood across the street, so we get constant phone calls from there, and the farms. With the one that just happened, the lady was parking her diesel next to me while I was still under the car. When I just came out, she was standing there taking a picture of the truck. You'll get a lot of publicity when you move around mobile like this and you're in parking lots doing work. I hate diesel. It's so nasty, but these oil changes, don't be sleeping on them. These are expensive, man. Oil changes for a diesel are somewhere over around $200 or so. No reason why you can't charge that and make money. Most shops, the way it used to be, I don't know if it still is because I haven't worked at a shop in a very long time, and there's such an evolution of change in the automotive world that oil changes used to be a loss leader. It was just to get someone in the door. I don't think that's a way to do it. Like, why wouldn't you set it up to make money on the oil change? I'm not saying over drastic crazy money, but make money. Like, don't make it a loss leader. That's stupid in my eyes, especially when you're mobile. Like, charge what you're supposed to charge. Make money. Okay, let's go get some oil. Let's get this thing filled up. It takes 13 quarts. So, of course, this one, because it takes 13 quarts, you can't just do your typical. So, when you go in the store and you buy, if you buy it that way, I personally don't. I buy 6-gallon boxes of oil because that works well for me. I don't buy a jug at a time. It's too expensive. If I can buy 55-gallon drums, but I would always forget to refill my oil and, you know, restock my truck. So I don't do that. But for a diesel, I do buy jugs. Now these are a gallon, that's 4 quarts. A basic oil change from the auto parts store, if you buy a jug, is 5 quarts. So because these are not 5 quarts and they're only 4 quarts, this stupid thing, you have to buy the additional quart. And now because I do her oil changes a lot, this just so happens to be the one time where I don't have the additional, I save the additional 3 quarts out of one of these jugs. So that way, the next go around, I've already got it in inventory. I only had to once buy extra. And like I said, I just hold on to it. I don't have many other diesel oil changes that I do. This is literally the only one. But so like this is the case today. I don't have any extra left over after all the oil changes I've done with hers. I'll have 3 quarts left over, and I'll just keep it in my truck. And I'll keep it at the house. I'll take it out of the truck. And that way I have it for next time, because otherwise I would only have to buy 3, and you know, I'd have 15 quarts at that point, and now I have to buy that 4th one. So it works out the same way, but it's just kind of stupid. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta climb, and I can't stop hiccuping. So we're using Mobil 1. I always use for her car the Mobil 1 5W40 turbo diesel truck, full synthetic motor oil. That's just what I use. Don't ask me why. I have no idea, but that's what I'm comfortable using. So now I gotta stand here for like 20 minutes and fill it with oil. This truck recently, on top here, so the fuel filters are not like the older ones where you have an element you change separately. This one, the fuel filter that's on the top of the engine here, has 3 ports, and it's part of the housing. She called me one day and she's like, man, I'm smelling a ton of gas. And she's like, it's making me nauseated. I get there and fuel is spraying out of that thing and hitting this, just going everywhere, because there was a crack in it. Some of the stuff you never really see because you don't do a lot of diesel work. But all right, 4 quarts in. Of course, the phone's ringing. Hello, this is Ben.
Hi, am I speaking with Benjamin?
May I ask who's calling?
This is Jason with SBA Loans.
Oh, you can take that SBA loan and shove it up your ass. See what I mean? Like those phone calls, man. Jesus. How many times do I have to be polite about telling you no, and then it's a constant just I don't know. It's just stupid. I can only take so many of those spam calls before I start to get pissed off with people and yell at them. So I feel bad, but I don't feel bad at the same time. Look at that shoulder strength, baby. What's up? Okay, 1 more quart, and then we'll double check. And like I said, it should be right around that 13 quart range, if I remember correctly. Actually, I lied on the diesel oil change thing. This is my 2nd diesel oil change this week. The other one, it was at my house, and I didn't record it. But I was doing It's an older Dodge. You guys actually saw me do the dash on it a long time ago for an evaporator. But it's, shit, I don't have a rag. I'll be right back. Anyway, it was at my house for a coolant jug because the magnet weight that's in it was stuck down, so it was always telling her she had low coolant. So we put a new jug in it to fix it, and I did an oil change on that. So I lied on my oil change, sorry. And you know the one thing I dislike about diesel oil too is no matter what, it always looks dirty. It just stains so much. Drives me nuts. There's a guy that's in my group. I didn't help. I helped. He was on a phone call with me a couple years back. There's a video of it on here. Of me doing a one-on-one, helping like start him off coaching so he can get in business. He's a diesel guy. It's called Hughes Diesel Performance or something like that. He can keep all this diesel shit. All right, I need just like a little smidget more. All right, so we're right at 13 and a half. Yep, we're perfect. Right in the middle of the crosshatch. Or at the top of the crosshatch. Awesome. All right, let's get all this cleaned up. We're gonna reset the oil life, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here and get to our next job. Okay, we are done under the hood. Dipsticks in, that's covered, that's closed. We're gonna close our hood, and we're gonna reset this oil life real fast, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Let's see how we do this. I know she's got a tire light on, but it's not from a low tire. She has a sensor that took a crap on her. It's got 72,000 miles on it. Okay, let's see. How do we find maintenance monitor? Hold to reset. Resetting. There we go. All right. God damn this phone, bro. Sorry, that was my vet calling. To whatever. My wife's got to take the dog to the vet also today. All right, so we're done here. We lock our keys in the truck with this one. Let me get my dirty handprints off that thing. And that's it. We're out of here. I got to clean up my tools, and I'll see you guys on the next job. You want to know how much of a genius I am right now? These are the keys to that truck. My keys are in her glove box, locked in it. That's cool. Sometimes this is why I shouldn't film videos. My keys. Fucking stupid ass. We all make mistakes, but that could have been a fun one. All right, now I'm on to my next job. Dumbass. All right, I'm at my next job here. This one, it's a Jeep Wrangler. I don't remember the year. It's a 2013. It might be a warranty, might not be a warranty. So I put an oil cooler in this a little over 2 years ago, about almost 3 years ago, or maybe longer than that actually now. So technically, by my time, it's not under warranty. The part is leaking oil. I put it in because it was leaking coolant. But this Jeep has sat for a very, very long time. The young lady that used to drive it passed away, and no one has really used it. It has, I think, less than 10 or 20,000 miles on it, and she passed away a while ago. But there's oil everywhere. So I'm not going to just jump into replacing it. What I'm first going to do, we're going to pull the intake. I do have the oil cooler with me in case that is the problem, because like I said, I did do it. But we're going to pull it all apart. We're going to see what's really going on and make sure that that's where the oil leak's coming from, if we can, because we got to pull it off. So the best we could do at that point is maybe crank it and see if we can see where there's a leak, but that's all I can do. So we're going to run it or get it torn apart and then just kind of visually inspect and see what's going on. Leave that shit at the door. Okay, it's either I'm too short or it's too much. Hey, Matt. Someone's been in here. This bracket's pulled off. I mean, granted, that doesn't mean much. They could have just been in here for something else, but I didn't leave that bracket off like that. I can guarantee you that shit real quick. All right. Oh. Oh shit, dropped that 10 millimeter. I think it was just a bolt and not my freaking 10 millimeter socket. Yeah, someone's been in here. I don't know how far they've been in it, but they've been in it. And I'm not liking it. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Really? Really? Broham, give me my bolts. Okay. Oops. Which one's the oil sensor? I wonder if just maybe an oil pressure sensor died. I need to disable the fuel system. I don't know if I can easily. I think there's a 20 amp fuse. It should be M25. That should go to our fuel pump. If we pull this one, it should disable our fuel system so it doesn't spew fuel out of the line. Because if I remember these TIPMs well enough, the internal relay, when it goes bad, if you test that fuse, it if it doesn't have power on it, that means the relay, doesn't mean it. It means you need to look into that relay, not that that relay is bad. So what I need to do, I need to crank the engine. I need to cover these holes, and I need to crank the engine and see if maybe it's coming out of a sensor. And of course, I don't have a sensor with me. Okay, that's covered. I'm going to try to position you guys to watch it for me. That way I can see if something's coming out of that those oil pressure sensors. I hope those rags don't get sucked into the engine or something stupid. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw it. It's the fucking O-ring on the oil filter. Whoever did the oil change recent screwed that up. I probably would have noticed it if I had cranked it the other day, but I didn't. Let's show it to you. And then I'll go back and check the footage that I just did with you to see if there's actually something there on the senders. Yeah, all right, watch right there. There it goes. There's our leak. That's awesome. I knew that damn thing wasn't going to leak. Man, I can't say I knew it. I don't know where I'm going right now. Let me put you back over here before I talk. All right, well, I mean, I tore it apart for no reason. My own fault. I should have just taken a little bit more time to check on what the hell was going on. But either way, the proper fix is done or will be done for the customer. So let's go ahead and take that off and let's see what the hell happened. Because they had to have gotten an oil change done somewhere. Possibly. It's just loose. Oh my God, that was loose. Okay, before I take it out, what does this say again? 25 Newton meters? Okay, I can't find my damn thing. Let's just tighten this thing. If this is the case, and they're maybe due for an oil change, we'll just come back and do a complete oil change on it And that way we get new O-rings and everything on it. All right, I'm going to put the light on there. I'm going to see if I can zoom you in on where you guys are at right now. Yeah, you should be all right there. That has to be the dumbest, most drastic thing I've ever done. I should have checked it more. But what did I lose? I lose a half hour of my time. No big deal. I don't mind. It's my customers. And we did the right thing. I went digging, and I dug a hole too deep for what was really going on. It's just that. It was loose. So I don't know if they had an oil change somewhere or not. We're going to have to look at see if there's a sticker on the dash. If there is, then we'll put it there. If it wasn't, then they had to have, because it's been years since I've been here. So obviously this came loose for some reason. So I think our best bet here is to just, we'll check for an oil sticker and see what's going on and recommend an oil change. So that way we can get a new O-ring on that. But yeah, look at that. I went too far, put my foot in my mouth. No big deal. We move on from it. And I shouldn't have rushed through it the other day. I should have checked that a little bit quicker, but I rushed over here. It was a bad day. That day I was trying to come down this road, and the guys were grading the road, and he wouldn't get the fuck out of my way. It took me 35 minutes to get 2 blocks down the road because he wouldn't get out of my way so I could go around him. That pissed me off. So I was kind of being a dumbass, and that's my own fault. So anyway, I'm going to put this thing back together, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, well, we're back up and running. And no leaks as of right now. Show it to you much as I can. Engine's running and the alternator's right there, but I would say take my word for it, but my word sucks apparently because I don't know how to diagnose cars. But anyway, I didn't see an oil sticker, so I don't know if or when they would have gotten an oil change done. Okay, sorry for the change of scene there. But I was looking on the dash to find out if there was any life left on the oil change, and it said it was due. So I was like, I'm going to go talk to the customer. Something I should have done last week. Come to find out, he did an oil change on it, and that's why it was leaking, because it was loose. He's the one that created the problem, not somewhere else and not just time. He did an oil change and didn't tighten the cap. Originally, he was like, no, I tightened it. There's got to be something wrong with it. And I get it. I would be the same way. But you guys know me. I'm extremely anxietied out when it comes to drain plugs and oil filters and stuff like that. I double, triple check that stuff all the time. So luckily I was filming. I took him out to the trailer and I showed him the footage. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's right. I didn't tighten it enough. So because of that, I did charge him. Now, I did not charge him for what I did today. That is my fault. That I should have never done. I should have never taken all of that apart, because the first day when I was out to him, I should have asked him these questions, because that's the right thing to do. You should be doing that. And I screwed up because I allowed everything that I was doing to get ahead of me, and I screwed it up. So, but I did charge him my inspection fee, and I just charged him a little less too. I only charged him $90 for the other day. I didn't charge him anything for today. I charged him for the day that I came out last week, when I should have done all of that. And the reasons why, more reasons outside of just being good business and a good, technician, I love Dorman products. I should have known that it didn't fail. I should have known that it wasn't giving me the issue and that it should have been something else. Now, anything could happen. Parts can fail. We know that 100%. But my own fault. I screwed the pooch last week when I went out there, and every bit of what I did was incorrect, and you should not do that. Do not follow me doing shit like that. But come to find out, it's his fault. He does need to pay for my time for last week, and he was very okay with that. He paid it, so I at least was able to cover some of that. And that's it. It's done. And the job is done, and definitely I do need to learn to slow down. I've been told my entire life I need to learn to slow down. I'm always in a rush. I don't think I ever will, but that is another thing right there where I screwed up because I didn't slow down. So Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I enjoy showing you guys where we do great things, where we do fail. You guys need to know that this is real life, and there is good companies like mine out there that will stand up and say, hey, we screwed up, and we won't hide it. We don't try to do any of that stuff like some of the other channels you watch or shops you go to. We want you to understand there's still great shops and great technicians out there that are going to do the right thing. And I feel we did the right thing on this. So even though we did the wrong thing the first day, which is kind of whatever. Either way, I'm headed home. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ride along.